What's up, Sunny here. Today we're doing part 2 of the plate technique. So this is the more advanced one. A lot of people in the comments in my last video were talking about like, when are you doing the part 2? When are you doing the part 2? So just want to say that this is a little bit more advanced. It requires more awareness. It requires more concentration. It's not necessarily harder to do, but it does require more concentration. So I just want to say, before we even get into it, if this is not something that you want to do, if you want to just stick to the less complicated regular plate technique with, just activating the plate and visualizing your desired frame, you can just do that. You don't necessarily need to do this. This is the more advanced one. But if you do want to go all out, if you want to go the extra step, then we're going to be breaking down the part 2 from the book today. All right. By the way, again, if you do want to win my free reality transurfing cheat sheet from my reality transurfing course, all you have to do is comment down below the phrase I am and give this video a thumbs up. But other than that, let's get right into the video. So again, this plate technique does have more steps. It is a little bit more advanced and requires a little bit more concentration. And I do want to emphasize that. It requires concentration, not effort. We're really used to trying to obtain things through effort, right? Like even when we're doing our visualization, sometimes notice your like forehead trying to, being clenching or your body a little tense. To make these things that involve energy, these techniques and exercises that involve energy, to make them more effective, what is required is just concentration. For you to be able to hold a certain thought or a feeling for a long period of time without being distracted, not you contracting your muscles. And Vadim mentions that so many times in the books, as you already know. But so I just want to say that before you do this technique, and as you're doing it, constantly scan your body. Am I like getting tense somewhere? Am I really like, clenching my like forehead muscles or whatnot? Every single time you do that, just relax. Every single time you notice the slightest bit of tension, relax. All right. So I have my book here open to the page where he describes this technique. I'm going to be going over the steps first, where he's like, just describing the preliminary steps, and then we'll get a good hang of them. And then we'll go step by step what the plate technique actually is, okay? So first and foremost, what you need to know for this method is the central axis of your energy body, okay? And to display this to you, I'm gonna show you the visual from my reality transurfing course. It's gonna be playing on the screen right now. So as you breathe in, imagine this current of energy. You can picture this as like a beam of light or a beam of energy, whatever that kind of symbolizes to you, right? As you breathe in, imagine this arising from the floor underneath your feet, and it's going up the central axis of your body. And as you breathe in, it's going all the way up, and it's just going outside of your body, up and up and up. Okay? And as you breathe out, it's gonna go down from like the sky to in your head, keep going down, and then until it exits your body into the floor again. So first, just get a hang of this. You wanna get a good feel of this. And you can use this like honestly throughout the day whenever you want, just to even enhance your energy levels. Just as you breathe in, this energy flow goes up. As you breathe out, this energy flow goes down. Play around with this before moving on to the next couple of steps. You can pause the video right now to do so. Now, further on, moving on from this technique, I don't have visuals for, right? But I'm going to explain to you as best I can so that there's no confusion. If there is confusion after you watch this, put them in the comment section below. I'll try to clarify, I'll try to get to you as soon as possible. Now Vadim says, imagine that there are two arrows coming out from one end, which is your chest, and the other end, which is your back. So almost imagine like there's energy in the middle, right? Like, and this energy is coming out in two arrows. So if this is your back, if this is your body, this is your back. One is coming out like this. One is coming out from your chest. Both parallel to each other, okay? As you breathe out. Okay, so just kind of get a hang of where that is right now for you. It could be like right here, chest, right? He says that it could be also be the stomach and a lower back. But I think like, where the solar plexus is usually good. So Vadim says, take an in-breath, and then on the out-breath, imagine that the arrow in the front goes upwards, turns into a vertical position going upwards and goes to the sky. And on the back arrow, on the out-breath, goes down. So it's almost like as you breathe in, these two arrows come out like this, right? And then as you breathe out, this front arrow from the chest goes up and the back arrow from the shoulders goes down. Okay, so if this is your body, one arrow is going like this and one arrow is going like this. Not where your central axis is, a little ahead and a little behind. Okay, so get a little hang of that. Practice it before you move on, because otherwise, all these steps are going to kind of get confused. Okay, so the last step before we actually put the whole technique together, you have to activate the plate. So once you have these energy flows going, activate the plate. And when you're activating the plate rises, right? If this is your body and this is the plate hanging from your neck to your shoulders, you feel the plate, you can imagine it in the beginning if you really can't feel it. The plate rises to an angle from your spine. You'll see the visual on the screen right here of the plate. And then as it goes up, right? Like focus your attention on at the end of the plate. And then when you breathe out, both the energy flows are going to be activated. So with the plate, with the sensation of the plate, you're keeping it there, right? Now go back to the previous energy flows. One is going up from the front of your body, and one is going down from the back of your body. Okay, just to repeat myself. The energy flow that is going up is from the front of your body, from your chest. The energy flow that is going down is from the back of your body, from your back, from your shoulders, you can say. Okay, so when you breathe out while you've activated the plate, both of these energy currents get activated. And you simply just visualize the future that you want while feeling these energy flows. And you can say something to yourself like, my intention is being realized. So Vadim says that you don't necessarily have to feel these energy currents, right? Like you might want to feel them and like them actually happening, but you don't necessarily have to feel them in order for them to actually happen. They are happening regardless. This is what we call in yogic culture, your energy body, okay? And by you just using the power of your intention to, imagine these energy currents going up and down and activating the flow of energy in your body, it is already occurring. And Vadim says that right here. He said, simply get the energy going and then let the flow continue moving throughout your body of its own accord. It's already happening. You don't have to worry about like, oh, I can't feel it. Don't worry. The sensation of it will deepen over time. But you have to also become more mindful of it. If you're doing this technique all the time while just like lost in thoughts of your job, of your kids, of like all the things that are going on in your life, then you're not really doing it with concentration and you can't expect to get better at it. But if you do it with concentration and you're actually like wholeheartedly committing yourself to this, day by day, you will start to like gain a better feel of your energy body itself, of these descending and ascending currents. Okay, so in the beginning stages, if you can't feel it, if you can't even feel a plate, it's okay. But just move on with it over time and, trust in the process and stay committed to the process. Okay, so now let's put the whole technique together and go through it step by step. Step 1 is take an in-breath, okay? And on the out-breath, imagine the arrow moving at an angle away from your spine. So this is what he's basically referring to, your plate. So the plate rises. The visual will be on the screen again. Imagine this plate kind of rising, okay? An angle away from your spine. So now the plate is activated. Step 2 is, without letting go of the sensation of the plate, compose a picture of your reality. So visualize. Among all of these energy currents and flows and whatnot, it can get easy to completely forget about visualizing with concentration, which is why I say if this is too complicated for you, just stick with the main one. But okay, step 2, without letting go of the plate, sensation of the plate, compose a picture of your reality. At the same time, make sure that you are breathing freely. Again, if you notice yourself tensing up, just let go and then breathe freely. Okay? Release all tension. You don't want any tension during this exercise because right now we're trying to activate outer intention. When you're tense, your muscles are tense, it's all inner intention and your energy is constricted. So just let loose, let the energy flow. Now step 3, without losing the sense of the plate, right? Take an in-breath and on the out-breath, sharply send the arrow into a vertical downward position. So the plate, send it a little downward position, and what this does is it triggers the energy flows. So in the beginning, the plate, which again you'll see on the screen, right? The plate rises and you activate your vision, you visualize your desired end goal, your desired frame of reality. Once you're doing so, afterwards, for step 3, the plate kind of goes down, and as it goes down on the out breath, both the energy flows, one from in front of your chest and one from your back, both get activated. Does that make sense? If any questions, put them in the comment section below. I'll read that one more time. Without losing the sense of the plate, take an in-breath, and on the out-breath, sharply send the arrow. When he says the arrow, he's talking about the plate. Sharply send the plate into a vertical downward position, triggering both energy flows. So one goes up, one goes down from the back. And now step 4. Staying aware of the movement of the rising and the descending energy flows, say the following thought form quietly to yourself or even out loud. My intention is being realized. Okay, so that, my friend, is the advanced plate technique. Let me know if you think this is too advanced, or because I actually just favor to participate in the first one, just practice the first one. But just to go over again with you, like the 4 steps. Number 1, activate the plate. Number 2, visualize your future. Number 3, plate goes down. As it goes down on the out breath, both the energy current both the energy currents get activated. One goes up from your chest, one goes back down into a vertical position, downwards from your back. Okay, and then 4, simply just, my intention is being realized, while keeping the sensation of the plate, while keeping the sensation of the energy flows. So if it sounds complicated, it can come to you over time with practice. These things you have to build a certain subtlety to. You have to build a certain sensitivity to. In the beginning, your mind's going to want to reject the fact that any of this even exists. It doesn't want to know about the energy body. It only cares about the physical body. But over time, you can really sensitize yourself to feel these things. And actually, on a general basis too, after just practicing these energy flows up and down, you can really start to feel a greater flow of energy in your body. And that's what the visual is for. So practice with your central axis up and down. Breathing up, the energy goes up. Breathing down, energy goes down. And then you can start to do this plate technique. But over time, you will get it. But if you just have no desire to do this, you don't have to complicate your life. Just do the main one earlier on in the book. All right. So I hope you found that helpful. If you did, give me a thumbs up and share this technique with someone who would also find it really helpful. If you haven't even seen part 1 of this video, the less complicated one, click somewhere on the screen and watch it right now. But other than that, subscribe to this channel and I will see you in the next video.